gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got CD Lamb. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it's all up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. He'll look to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The extra point, up and good. And the Giants will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. And taking the snaps, the quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
And as we see the quarterback take the field, Mike, I mean, think back to the game that he's coming off of. Not only did he lead his team to a win, but he broke Norm Van Brocklin's single-game passing record in the process. Mike, that's a record that stood from 1951 all the way up until last week. I'm not sure we're going to see him replicate that type of success in this one, but if he's somehow able to do so, it will easily be the best 2-game stretch by an NFL quarterback in league history.
They face second down and 7. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's CD Lamb. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll try and play with some pace early on. And he's got Homer. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's hard. And he will go all the way. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Giants. The extra point is good. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 15. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
3rd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. 1st down and 1 shy of 100. That was his 99th catch of the year.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. On 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Comeback route, and he's got it. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. One quarter. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
1st down, Here we go, set. Go.
They'll work the middle here with Algier. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the zone read, a give to Algier. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Giants build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. The countdown was on all game, and we've reached the milestone. Catch number 100 on the season. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw yet again. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They put Pickens in motion. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the...
That one, taken in. Craig Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
19 Tigers.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. This one complete to Palmer. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll try to run with their fullback. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll look to pick up the pace. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flock. And the Giants will take over possession here at the 44.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense going to take over just before the half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That's down the field for Lamb. That is caught. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. And he's already well on his way to the Pro Bowl and very likely an All-Pro selection, too. That last catch moving him past 1,500 yards on the campaign. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. He pulls it in around the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Dallas. And that is touchdown #1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They'll run here with Brown. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And he's in. Tutu Atwell. Touchdown, New York. The kick is good, so add one more, and they will take a first-half lead into the locker room. And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the third quarter. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return is Trey Palmer. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Catch made by Pickens. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's into the end zone. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Cowboys. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, It winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On the handoff, it's Algier. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle. 3rd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. There's C.D. Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And as this season starts to wind down, we look ahead to NFL honors the week of the Super Bowl. Take a look at some of the candidates to take home the award for the Offensive Player of the Year. Now, faking the give. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
70 range. Go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Still 1st down.
Back to the air one more time. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Algier. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Algier. And he'll get about 5. He'll go again here with Algier. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. That's good for a Giants 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Off he goes. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. A give up the middle to Algier. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, New York. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback, Rick. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Let's go.
That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he will score again. Craig Palmer. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Tyler Algier getting ready to go back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
That one into the hands of Atwell. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the... So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw yet again. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Open man is Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Here's a designed run. And the Giants are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
They'll run it here with Algier. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1. On 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Algier. And he will score! Game on! Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Giants. The extra point is good. And the Giants have cut the deficit to 5.
Giants 37.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now, a return coming from the 14. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. First and 10.
Come on. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Lions.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Connected with the tight end. That's Fant. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus. He has gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. There's that man again. Another catch.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Shut up.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Check go.
Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Touchdown, Dallas.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll look to throw again. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be second and goal. He'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is second touchdown of the game. And 17 for the season. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with first and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Algier. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll go right back to Algier. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 6. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. There he goes again. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. They'll come up here, first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. It is his third touchdown of the game, and 18 now on the season. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through, and the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. This one complete to Atwell. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He's got it! And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. No problem there on the extra point. And the Giants are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
This is going to be taken in, and now he loses the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield. So it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And they're going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So it's a win for the Cowboys. Their perfect season continues here into